Perfect. Eat. Show capsules. Send to the rim. Okay. Well, let's see what Lem and Mina are up to. There's no answer when you buzz Lem's unit. The door is open. You push the door and find Mina sitting in the middle of the floor, playing with Bun Bun. Hi, Mina. Aglopa, says Mina sullenly, waving Bun Bun's paw without looking up. Where's Daddy? Mina doesn't respond. She walks Bun Bun across the floor, narrating quietly to herself. You look around the unit. It's a mess. Dishes and glasses on the side. Some of Mina's clothes piled up in a corner. Mina is sitting by her bag, which is spilled out across the floor, her drawing slate cracked and dark. Let's tidy up a bit. Start with the kitchen units. Piling up the dishes in the auto wash, wiping them down. Pile up the clothes next, folding them neatly. Mina watches you quietly as she plays, curious but silent. You just started to look at fixing her cracked slate when Lem enters. Sleeper, what are you... He pauses and looks from you to Mina and back again. Never mind. He drops a bag by the door and slumps onto the couch. Everything okay? Lem lets out a weak laugh. Forgot the past few cycles now too. Wish I was so lucky. He looks away at the open door. Look, now's not a good time. I want to help. Help? Unless you have a side reel ticket or two on you, I don't think there's much help you can do here. He pinches the bridge of his nose. Understand they never even put us on the list, right? I've been all around the rim looking for work. I've run into more than a few from the crews. Turns out, only long-time Havenage members were issued those Celis ID numbers. They never planned to consider us. Havenage say they didn't know that was what they were going to use to make the draw. And who knows? Maybe Celis pulled the wool over their eyes. What does it matter? All those hours in the yards for a hand-to-mouth wage and nothing else. He slams his hand on the sofa. It can't be it. Well, it is. He looks at the open door again. I'm moving the side reel up to the hub now, you know, he says without meeting your eye. That's where it'll depart from. Bringing in a ship with all their cryosleep pioneers and transferring them up there in microgravity before loading the crew. We could sneak aboard. Think they're just gonna let people on board? Security they'll have has to be impossible. He looks over at Mina. Look, we'll be fine. You always have been. Just need a little time. He sighs. We had our hearts set on that trip is all. Mina comes over and climbs into his lap. He smiles. What if I got you on board? I missed you the past few cycles. I missed that optimism. Lem strokes Mina's hair. Look, you want to go up to the hub and ask around, be my guest. I can't get up there with Mina down here. I'm sure the side reel will bring in a crowd. But be careful. This kind of thing always attracts scammers and thieves. If you find any way on board, you take it. Need the help to get there? Ask me. But for now, me and Meanie are here, sticking to the eye. She looks up at him and smiles. I'll find a way for us all. Lem smiles, but doesn't say anything. You stand to leave, and Mina grabs your hand, eager to give you one more smile. You're on your way out, back to the walkways of the low end, already thinking of plans to make this right. Okay. We can buy. Okay, so that's 64. Why is the action... Huh? Can I only do that once? Okay, that's kind of annoying. Alright, well, that's fucked up. Okay. Is the game bugged? I can't put the Ripper Worms anywhere. Like, what am I missing? Yeah, I did the haggle previously, and I thought I could, buy 2, haggle, and buy more, because it plus limited supplies, I thought would, like, undo this. So I could buy 4 ship mine cores. I don't know. I wasn't paying close enough attention to see if I could do that. If I could buy 1 haggle and then get 2 more. That would have been useful. Really, I need 3 fragments to make a core. So that's like... I don't know. Alright. I'm a little bit lost on what to do for Fang. I'm not gonna lie. We've maxed out reputation in all the areas we have access to. I did the deliveries with Mengi. He gave me 2 more Ripper Worms that I need to deliver somewhere. But I'm not seeing where at all I'm supposed to do it, because no place is showing up. Either here, up at the hub. The only thing I had at the hub was getting rid of Killer. No place at the Greenway. Yeah, I have no fucking clue. Should be in the low end. The only thing is being, I feel like being a Yadigan person wouldn't do anything. There's the abandoned house I can get materials for, but I can't build that yet. No, there's just agents. Ah. I see. I feel like it should not have been a node like a normal data extraction. That made it very unclear to me. And considering it takes dice rolls, like I can't just... I got a lot of stuff competing for my dice uses. I don't want to burn something. All right. Thank you. That was a little frustrating. All right. The one time I don't want a 6. It's fine. Let us ascend. Check the side reel. Find a way on board. Hmm. All right, we are out of stuff. Let us eat the skeege. Okay, we got a 3 this time. Bypass. And now we install the Ripper. All right, Fang, what you got? As you walk into Tembor, you quickly spot Fang arguing with Jenna. Keep your distance. It doesn't look good. Fang seems to be explaining something, but Jenna is having none of it. She points to the door, and Fang walks away, catching your eye as he turns. You're done with you getting here a minute or so ago. Glances back at Jenna. Well, either way, looks like I'm getting fired. Good news is, doesn't look like I need the job anyway. He takes out his slate, pulsing with pale light. Now let's take a look at what you are really here for. The slate is a whirring mess of code streams, coming direct from the Ripper worms as they dig through the agent's data and spin it into threads for the slate to pick up. Anything good? Fang scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of dull as hell message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but... Fang's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome on by. I hope you're doing well. I know the artin' and fartin' is hard work, and streaming doesn't make that any easier sometimes. So if you need to raid and run, that is no scale off of my tail. At the very least, I implore you, stand up, wiggle around, leave a piss, take a water. I would recommend getting your water from someplace you didn't piss. Like, I personally would recommend like some nice, cool, refreshing filtered stuff, but like, you do you, I guess. If you don't know me, I am Dreki or Draconic Serpent, flightless dragon, or simply where on the internet, and we are playing Citizen Sleeper. If y'all came over here from Nekias, or you've been vibing here and you've never heard of them before, I implore you to check them out. They do beautiful, beautiful art. It is such fun creatures and colors over in their space, and excellent music playlist as well. Good jams, good vibes. If you're familiar with this game, I ask that you please do not spoil anything. I like to go into things blind. If you do not know what this game is about, we are a digital mind, like a clone of a real person who sold their consciousness into like indentured servitude to a corporation. So we're in a fake body, but then we escaped from the corporation, but our body was made to die unless we get corporate mandated pills to stay alive. But we ran away. So we're trying to stay alive. We're trying to not get killed and captured. And we're meeting a whole lot of cool people. We're rolling dice. We're doing things. Or maybe bringing down the corporate systems, you know? We'll just have to see and find out. End stage of capitalism. Exactly. Look, we already liberated an AI refugee and hopefully made this place a safe haven. Because, like, one of the fun things about us being so, like, the whole reason that we're a digital copy of a mind is that it is a big, giant loophole. Because technically, it's illegal to make sentient AIs, but it's not considered an AI if you copy a human's mind and put it into an artificial body. So we can kind of like slip into the digital space. We had to take care of some programs that were trying to kill us, but that's done now. And now we're just kind of vibing, and figuring things out. Right here, we're trying to, so there was in the past, there was like a big, overthrow by the Union of the corporate overlords. And, the Union seized power. And it seems like one of the executives escaped, what I presume was the guillotine, or at least like the space guillotine, which I guess is like a very elaborate cannon shooting you out into the sun. That's what I would choose. That executive somehow managed to finagle themselves into not getting spaced into the sun, and is in a position of power in one of the corporations that are on here now. And we are trying to find leverage and stuff to rip all of the rot out and get them all dealt with. This is horrifying. I'd love to have a robot buddy. Look, I, for one, am okay with the whole being able to have like a swappable body and all that stuff. You know, that's definitely why the transhumanist stuff that I think is pretty cool would be nice to have. The problem comes in with the planned obsolescence of we specifically manufactured your body to fall apart to make you dependent on our corporate keep alive pill. So if you want to leave us, you will die. That's the part that I kind of take issue with. That's the not cool thing. You know? But we just got a whole bunch of data. Let's see what Feng has. Feng scrolls the display with a finger. A lot of junk, a lot of dull as hell message threads, a lot of tedious data caches, but Feng's eyes flash. Definitely some good stuff. He stops the screen scrolling on an entry and expands it. Check this out. Feng shows you the screen. The bold corporate logo, not Solheim's, and a word below. Conway, he says. He's working with Conway. Conway Extractions, right? Feng nods. He's been speaking with them personally. Got a whole chain of messages here, mostly encrypted or redacted. He rubs his head. Damn it, this is juicy. We can't nail him with it. Ah. Looking for fruits. Well, thank you for feeding me a delicious, not a lingonberry, lychee. That's what it was. Scroll some more. Hey, wait. What's this? Wasteland Reclamation Facility? Right here on the eye? He glances at you. Well, that's the bet this place is tucked into the wastes. The wastes? Section of the eye Erland couldn't reclaim. It was too damaged. Too cut off. Back before the collapse, people would have got there by going down the connected spoke from the hub. The spoke's broken now, so the only way is the long way. Round the rim. Past the greenway. He shows you on his slate. Feg looks away thinking. Conway had been making moves in this system since the collapse, but they took over one of Solheim's old belt colonies a while ago. Moved everyone out and reclaimed the whole rock. What's their angle? Hardin has to be offering them something. Feng looks back at the screen. But if Hardin is involved, we need to check it out. Simple as that. So what's next? Feng stares out at the middle distance. We have to get to that facility. Answer to whatever Hardin's been prepping and planning has to be there. And we're gonna catch him in the act. Give me 5, maybe 6 cycles. I'll see you in the Greenway. I seem to remember there's some old service docks on the outer shell, up by the Haifa building. Should be a good place to meet. Feng squeezes your shoulder. Thanks again, Sleeper, for sticking with this. I haven't forgotten about that truck of yours either. I'm ready to put my back into my bay to put us. And we have to be back in my bay to put a solution together. He turns the slate around to face you, showing you a massive scrolling code. I've been working on a fix in my brakes. Winks. Feng grins. See you soon, Sleeper. He walks out the door of the tambour without looking back. Alright, let us hydrate. Oh, so this has been don't think that water was filtered enough. I'm starting to feel a little colorful. Right. Skill point. Skill point. I don't know. Let's hold on to it for now. So... shoot. 6 cycles before we can continue. Alright. Okay. We gotta prioritize Feng's quest, because I don't know how many more legs it has. I think if it gets to, like, here, I might have to go and work off Ethan's debt, because I can do that in a couple cycles if I focus only on that. Okay. Finding a way onto the side reel. Look for a way on board. Ooh, 2 6s, baby. I think I'll use 1 6 here. And then I'll use another number, a lower number tomorrow. It's over here. Even more debt? I thought that was over. What do you mean? The long timer that I was worried about? No, that debt is Ethan's debt. Like, he racked up a debt and is having to work it off. And there's another bounty hunter on my tail. And he's like, well, I'll protect you if you help me pay off my debt. I don't know. Dude kind of dug his own hole. He kind of tried to kill me. I want to work on clearing out this overgrowth. It's a different bounty hunter, though. One that's actually good and very dangerous. All right. Let us keep the skeege. Y'all will for attempted murder and extorting you. Whens? Now. All right, I need to end my cycle. All right, some middling rolls, but that's okay. Use a 3 goes to no. 4 goes to 5. There we go. Quite the achievement, isn't she? Dresilis must be proud. We recognized the resonating voice of Castor immediately, and turned to see him, hooded and tucked into the shadows near the viewing platform. Castor, I see you remember our game. Good. He looks around. The platform is clear. I'm afraid you'll have to wait for a rematch. Microgravity makes Vala a little difficult. He smiles broadly. Castor walks out to stand beside you on the platform. The telltale clunk of magnetic boots accompanies his slow crossing. He notices you looking at them. I don't much like it up here, he explains. I hear there was some trouble at the Havented shipyard when they announced the results of the crew lottery. They screwed us. I know, he sighs, meeting your eye. An ugly business. Elists are too used to the way things work in the core. Exploitation is the only logic they know. He gestures out at the side reel. You know why they built this monstrosity on the eye? Money. That was a part, perhaps. There are cheaper shipyards. He stares at the pristine yellow hull. Celis built it here, says Castor gravely, because they didn't want anyone to know it exists. He rubs his forehead. And secrecy is something I cannot abide. He turns to face you. There are people being loaded onto that ship as we speak. Sleeping people locked in cryosleep, like the person that you were emulated from. There are hundreds of them, and Celis wants to send them out to a planet at the edge of the settled system without anyone knowing where it is. But you, Sleeper, can do something about that. You are like me. You deal with data. You can read it right out of the air. With someone like you on that ship, secrecy isn't a problem. You can ping back whatever I need, whenever I need it. As long as you are on board. With you on the side wheel, and with some minor modifications. He pauses. You can be my eyes and ears. I will keep track of Celis's grand project through you. In short, says Castor, stretching, I can get you aboard, Sleeper, but I'm going to need you to help me. Who are you? I am a concerned party. Someone who likes to know what is happening when it is happening, not afterwards. It's not just me. Yes, your friend Lem. That can be arranged. It is difficult, but not impossible. The condition is, of course, that you go too. Castor clunks closer to the window, watching the tugs wheeling around the side rail. It's a simple offer, and the only one that will get you on that ship. Please consider it. It turns back, silhouetted against the ship. But to make it happen, I need your assistance, as I said. There is a Celis Foundation ship, docked in the now empty shipyard. I need the data from its servers. This will allow me to produce the IDs necessary for your transit. Castor looks over his glasses at you. Celis aren't stupid enough. Stupid though. Their ship is totally isolated from the station. You'll need to get on board if you want access to their air-walled servers. Once you have the data, meet me at your friend's unit so we can give him the good news. He smiles. And I noticed his importance to you, and the little one. So cute. You don't extract the data before the sidereal horizon leaves the hub. Then I will get the message. We have other options, but you are certainly my preferred one. But be sure when you act, Sleeper, once you take the data from Celis, you'll set off a series of events that will most likely be hard for you to untangle yourself from. Either way, I recommend you stop asking around up here. You're bringing a lot of attention to yourself. Castor glances around, as if to emphasize his point. There are only a handful of cycles until departure, Sleeper. Make your decision. With that, Castor marches back off the platform, the sound of his mag boots fading away, leaving you to contemplate the sidereal horizon and the part it may play in your future. Fuck. Alright, 8 cycles before that departs. Is it going to be an ending, or is something going to happen? That's the question. Bluff past security. Easy. How do you get more than... Yeah, that's kind of one thing I'm wondering as well. Okay, I have a 3 and a 2. I do need some food. Nope. Eat at Emphasis. I don't know where to get the Matsukes. I think I might be more aggressive in staying at like, rather than before I dip to 3 dice, keeping myself at 4 or 5, because there's so many things I need to do I want to do actions on. Yeah, I think I want to keep, build up some guys, because I might want to get a +1 on here. I might want to even go for +2 on some of these. Over to the ziggurat. I hope you enjoy your time here. Let's see. We can continue being a sunlit refugee. I want to help out. Oh, 50% negative? Nah. I don't know what grove spores do. I feel like I need to be part of the commune, maybe. Okay. Cross to the rim. Okay. Let us eat. And cycle. Oh, so cute. Aw, thank you. Ah. It is very adorable. Even better, I have a blankie. We can use the 4s and the 5s. No, don't die! Dang, I was hoping for a +2. All right, we'll guarantee the +2 to save a die. Okay, so find a nurturing grow bed. Yeah, I don't see shit for that. Yeah, I need to buy some scrap. Oh, thank you for the head pats. Cool. You need 4? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cross the greenway. Nope. The aviary. Why do I keep clicking the other one? Nice. All right. Almost a fully sunlit refugee. Okay. Need to cross to the rim. I need to get some more medicine. Need to use some stabilizer. End the cycle. All right. Cool. This is an interesting and thoughtful game. It is. I really like the systems it has. Squeal? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna be going from Sleeper 1 to Sleeper 2. The sleepening. All right, we'll burn. Oh, shit. Wait, no, I don't have +1. Okay, perfect. Nothing happened, though. Okay, so I need 3 spores. Gotcha. Okay, so let's go to the mushroom groves. Ooh, but I need energy. Okay. Let's eat at Emphasis Place. I'm gonna need to probably work at the bar because I've kind of run through all my money. Collect spores. Yeah, I got 2. I need 3, right? Yeah. Let's reroll these die. Okay. That should be good enough. Good. Spores! 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 Nice. Okay, so 4 cycles, something will happen. I see. Well, shit. Wish I had done that earlier then. Two grill caps. Lovely. I guess we work in the commune. Nice. Oh, we got super lucky there, baby. 25% chance. Ooh. Commune botanist. You head down to the Haifa compound, following a blue painted line that is labeled laboratories. A member you were assigned to work with told you they'd asked to see you. You still have no idea what about. Line takes you to a blue door and through to a glass-roofed chamber where a network of stems and leaves filters the sunlight coming through the ceiling, casting the whole chamber in a strange yellow-green. Peaceful, isn't it? Distracted by the green, you miss the woman standing at a lab bench, camouflaged by the dappled light. Welcome to my sanctuary. She smiles. Come, let's talk, she says, and beckons you closer. What is this place? Here? These were processing centers for the agriculture of the old corporate station. She offers you a hand to shake. I'm Rico. I run the botany program at Haifa. Botany program? Yes. The plants in the Greenway are vital to Haifa's continued existence. It's important we understand them. She lifts a tiny sample jar. Yellow spores dance inside. Haifa lives off the land of the Greenway. It's what allows us to live like we do. No one here pays or is paid. We all sleep here. We feed each other. We work for each other. Rico walks away from the bench and waves for you to follow. She opens a door and leads you down to a glass corridor surrounded by vivid green. All this, she says, gesturing at the overgrowth, is a kind of miracle. He looks at you with bright eyes. What do you think usually happens to plants on stations like this when they're abandoned? They dry up? Exactly. They run out of water. Very rapidly, in fact. She leads you left at a crossroads. But here, they endured. She smiles to herself. Actually, no. They thrived. You look at the bright tendrils wrapped around the metal frames of the corridor. They look dominant, strong, like they are taking control of this place. Rico continues. Of course, Solheim tried to create a stable biosphere here, patchworking the surface with gardens and algae tanks that feed into a network of microbial reclamation systems. The Greenway was always envisioned as extractive, a place from which the harvest is removed and sold to those living on the station, not a closed loop. We work here, we eat here, and we shit here. You got that, sleeper? For this reason, when the collapse came, the Greenway should have gone with it. Berlin himself was so convinced of it that his first colony never even came here to try and reclaim it. The Eye instead relied on outside favors and influences, shipments from the inner system, and small-scale agricultural systems like kelp and fungal farm stacks. And yet here we are. Among growth and decay, a biosphere is flourishing. When Haifa came here, he expected to only find vacuum-dried stalks and leaves, perhaps some fungal colonies hidden in the mulch. But we found a jungle. With this Rico, it's a button, and the wall, which leads you through a large pair of double doors to a huge, impossible chamber. It is every kind of green, from the pale algae tanks to the dark vines that surround them. It is wet, too. A rarity on the Eye. Condensation clouds the light from a high glass roof and gathers on the shiny broad leaves and shrubs. How? That is exactly our question. Rico turns to you, visibly excited by the room you're both standing in. It doesn't make sense, but in the many ways, the system has stabilized. Unlike the farm stacks closer to the gap, who need input to support their meager output, this place runs itself. Perhaps Solheim managed something new here. Perhaps they tweaked the plants, or built new systems buried deep below us. Or perhaps their collapse caused some fortunate cascade, an unlikely chemical reaction within the biosphere. That's what I'd like you to help me find out. She turns to you, her forehead wet with dew. Or maybe the gardener AI went crazy in just the right way to make everything just flourish. Aren't you the botanist? Astutely noticed that I don't need a botanist. Rico sits on a railing. These halls run deep, sleeper, and I'm getting old. She stamps her foot on the metal grating of the walkway. Whatever is causing this is to be found in the groves deep in the Greenway. Haifa won't spare anyone for an expedition. It's too dangerous and unnecessary, they say. I can make the case, but I can't get the votes. You sleepers are hardy beings. I know that much. You can speak to the Eye and cover its secrets in ways I never can. She holds out an arm so you can help her stand. Bring me samples, spores, seeds, and blooms. I can grow them in the lab and study them. The deeper they are found, the better. I'll try. Thank you, she smiles. And thank you for listening. Rico leads you back out of the chamber and up through the passages. She is a little slower now and stumbles on the steps. You help her where you can. It's good to have new blood in the commune, she says. Many of us have been here a long time, and few come through. She settles back at her bench on the lab, stretching her legs. You go to leave. Come back if you find something, sleeper, she calls. There are discoveries to be made. And you follow the blue line up out of the compound, all the time thinking of that impossible magical green. Speaking of impossible, so I was in a digital mind space, and an AI gave me this seed, and it was somehow in the physical realm. So, can you grow this? Well, shit. Oh, I can sleep here. Neat. Okay, if I deliver one spore. Okay, I need one more thing of spores, which I can get tomorrow. Time to eat. Why did I do that when I could eat right there over on the Greenway? Damn it, Dreki!